Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. I think we can start.
I welcome you all to the Faculty Development Program organized by St. Savra Center for Teaching Excellence and Educational Innovation at St. Aloysius College, Elthurut. With the blessings of Almighty, let's begin this session. Firstly, I welcome Professor Chako Josby, Principal, St. Aloysius College, for the welcome speech. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. In fact, I'm attending a meeting, so I'm speaking from a car. I hope it's not inconvenient to you. The speaker of the day, Dr. Thomas George, Director, Lead College of Management, Autonomous, Palakkad, Kerala. The coordinators of the coordinator of IQAC for college, Dr. Libzen KB, the coordinator of St. Chavara Center for teaching, learning, for teaching excellence and educational innovation, Dr. Sindo, other faculty members who have joined from various parts of the country. We are extremely happy to be here for this FDP, which is 28th in its order. So St. Aloysius College started St. Chavara Center for Teaching Excellence and Education Innovation roughly 3 years back with an idea of training faculty members, especially young faculty members who are joining colleges but who are not getting enough training from any formal streams. The basic reason is when you join as an ad hoc faculty or a guest faculty, especially in the self-financing stream, you are not given entry to the formal training for teachers done by the UGC. So that's one reason why we thought we will have a center to train teachers. But then we went beyond just training teachers and made this center a center for excellence and excellence in teaching and education innovation. So the center takes care of all stakeholders in higher education, that is teachers, administrative staff, and students, and also parents. So we organize various programs, and this FDP is a monthly program that we organize every month, where we identify a topic that is of importance to the student community and to the teaching community, and we invite a speaker who is very distinguished in this area. So today we have Dr. Thomas George, who is director of Lead College of Management, Palakkad, where I'm sure if any of you have listened to his speeches, you can or have gone through the website of Lead College of Management, you can understand that it's a place where you have a lot of innovations and where a lot of thinking out of the box is happening. So today he will be speaking on a topic, future-proofing students, education for a changing workforce. So the basic purpose of suggesting this topic for today's speech is that we quite often find after 3 years of degree education, students are clueless as to where to progress, whether they want to go for higher education. If at all they want to go for higher education, they can't identify the best institutions that are available, or if at all it is identified, they are not equipped to get selected to these institutions due to lack of basic skills. And again, when it comes to finding a job or doing an entrepreneurial activity on their own, where we quite often find students not motivated enough to get into this. Though we provide a lot of training programs to students during their course of study, quite often these training programs are not enough because students see it as something something as an add-on rather than part of their regular curriculum. So today, we have a topic which will look into this, that is future proofing students, education for a changing workforce. And Dr. Thomas George, who will be introduced formally after this. So I'm not going into his introducing him formally, but he's a person whom I have watched with surprise, and to see his innovative teaching methods, and with his vast experience as an educator and as someone who is engaged in training the best MBAs in Kerala. I'm extremely happy and proud to extend a very warm welcome to Thomas George, whom we lovingly call Tomen, to this FTP. I also extend a very warm welcome to all the participants who have joined from different parts of the country. Sometimes we have participants from outside the country as well. So I welcome all the participants who have joined from all parts of the country to this program. I also welcome all the faculty members of our college, students who have joined, research scholars who have joined, administrative staff who have joined, and also some parents who have joined. I welcome all of you for this program. I also welcome the coordinator of IQAC of our college, Dr. Libizan, and the coordinator of St. Chavara Center, Dr. Sindo, and college administrator, Father Arun, for this program. And and as a personal note, when we started St. Chavara Center about 3 years back, though it was like a dream for me to get into this sort of a center, I never thought we could run 22 FDPs on a row. And this is the last program of St. Chavara Center when I will be addressing you as the principal of the college. So I would like to thank the entire team, the IQAC and the St. Chavara Center, for extending your support in organizing these programs. So once again, I welcome all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome. Before moving on to the official session, I would like to introduce the speaker of the day, Dr. Thomas George K. It's a great honor to welcome an extraordinary personality in the field of education, Dr. Thomas George K., Director, Lead College of Management, Palakkad. With an impressive academic background, including degrees in engineering, MBA, MSc, MPhil, and a doctorate on the thesis, Enhancing Competencies of Engineering and Management Students, he has dedicated his life to empowering the youth through knowledge, skills, and mentorship. Dr. Thomas, with his remarkable journey spanning decades, exemplifies the spirit of innovation, dedication, and empowerment. Starting in 1994 as the founder of Prompt Computers, he revolutionized the technological landscape by developing India's largest touchscreen network for the Indian Railways, a true testament to his entrepreneurial foresight. His transformative evolution from being an entrepreneur to a soft skill trainer and later achieving the esteemed title of International Trainer for JCI stands as an extraordinary accomplishment. Visiting over 35 countries to train and inspire, he has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to nurturing talent and shaping futures. Dr. Thomas also holds the Guinness World Record for the longest business lesson, a testament to his dedication and impact. As chief mentor of Lee College of Management, he continues to inspire and guide institutions and individuals towards greatness. On the behalf of Aloysius family, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Thomas George to officially begin the session. Your presence today is an inspiration to all of us, and we are privileged to learn from your wisdom and experience. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Pavitra ma'am. Thank you, Chappa sir. And I'm so happy to address all of you. And looking at the names, I feel that there are many people from outside Kerala, so I think I'll confine to English, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, good. And I have a humble request. I am able to see only Dr. Shiva Om Prakash fan working, except that everybody's camera is off. And if there is any possibility of switching on the camera, thank you, Shoe Shaker sir for switching on the camera. And again, if you're working, you can work, but still have the camera on. I can see your face. If you're eating, you eat. There is nothing stopping from that. So let's continue. Chako sir, I know you're amidst a meeting. You can continue with the meeting. And thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I'll stop at 8:30, right? Yeah. So Sindhu sir is also here. Yes. Fine. Enough. How do we build our students for tomorrow? That is a topic which sir has given us. Going back, there's a lot of difference, which I'm sure all the faculty members accept, that the students before COVID and after COVID are two different things. I'll not go so complicated. I'll go with simple examples. I run a B school in a place called Palakkad, and it's a fully residential college. One day, one of my students asked me, what is the difference between us, an old alumni, and the new students? I said, in your days, whenever a coconut is cut, everybody used to jump, cut open the coconut, the tender coconut, everything, and drink and eat and do everything. For the construction of the hostel, we had to cut down 16 coconut trees with a lot of coconuts. And I am audible, right? Can you just show me a thumbs up?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So, and nobody turned that side. And then I called some of my students and said, hey, good tender coconut, you can cut and drink and eat. They said, Kama, why bother? Pay 40 rupees. They will cut, put a straw and give us. Why should we work? So this is one incident which makes me tell you that today, since I'm from the background of MBA and the students go for work after the course, a lot of companies complain generally about the students. We call it a Gen Z, Gen Z, as or Alpha, whatever you call it, Gen Z now. So that students resign for no reason. Malaysia, mind, can you mute? Yeah, thank you. So they said they resign for no reason. Teachers sitting in this room, we know if you are finding it difficult to continue with our present organization, what we do is we start applying to all the colleges, all the organizations, and try to get a job. Once we get an offer letter, we go to our management and say, sir, I got another job. When can I get relieved? But today, I see many of them saying, no, I resigned. But that manager, like that fellow, I did something he didn't appreciate. Instead of that, he scolded me also. I resigned. And what do you do with further? No, I'll have to search for a job. You don't have anything in the hand? No. You have a bank loan, right? Yes. That has to be paid, right? Yes. But when I told my dad, he told, come. Don't bother, come. And what is your dad doing? Nothing. So, this is the second part which I was talking about. The second story I talk about is that's the right part which Sako sir told, that there is the future is quite different for them and for us. When the HR managers ask me, what do we do so that the latest generation do not resign? I said 3 things to be done. One is pay them high salary. Second is there should not be any target. There should not be any work pressure. If all these 3 things coincide, then the people do not resign. They will work with your place. No, but we need output. Then they will resign and go. The second part. The third part, which again I would like to, which is something which you all would have experienced. after COVID was that students want everything. They want Onam, they want Christmas, they want all celebrations, they want arts day, they want sports day. And finally the management announces. And then no students turn out. It's like, I mean, don't take it. Sardarji is, we talk about his joke. Take it in that sense. Nothing personal. No racism. Fine. Sardarji was in love with a lady, a woman, girl. And one day she told, please tell me when there is nobody at your home, I can come. So one day Sardarji called us lover and said, tonight there is nobody at home. And that lady, the girl, went to Sardarji's house, and what he told was true. There was nobody at home. Even Sardarji was not there. Today, we feel bored sitting for 1 hour simply. Today, days they can sit with this without feeling bored. That's what I said. They want all celebrations, but they do not want to do any celebration. Now, as teachers, what do we do? I'll start from the first. And there's also one more thing I need to tell you. Earlier, the students who have completed their degree, who have come for studying MBA, I tell, oh God, today's children, they do not know cross multiplication. And very recently, my maths teacher told me, Thomas, it's not, they do not know cross multiplication. They do not know multiplication. And very recently, it so happened, there was one question which was asked after completing BCom. The question was, what is 37.5% of 100? What is 37.5% of 100? And they said, it's a very complicated question. Where do you put 37.5? I thought, come on, they do not know 37.5% of 100? No. Then I went to some colleges and I asked them this question. Very few knew that. Now, what are we to do as teachers? I think all of you are from college. Are you from schools? All are from colleges, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, what can we do? We can blame the school teachers for not building them up. When they go to the company, they will blame us, the teachers of the college, that they are not meant for the company. It is only the blame game going on. And then what do we do is a question. Now to me, I will tell you what I have done. What has happened for COVID? 2 years. They sat simply at home, not even coming to the dining room for dining, because that walking was difficult. So the student remained in the bedroom and mother went and served there. And 2 years, they did not do anything. And thus became a habit. That's all. I really wonder how many of you have heard the word depression in the school days. I have not heard. Today, even the smallest boy or girl who is going to the LKG, UKG says, I am going depression. A small kid told his grandma, I am going to depression. Grandma told, go anywhere before 7 o'clock, please come back. Now, is there anybody who has heard this word panic attack 5 years back? Please give me a thumbs up if there is anyone. Panic attack. Today, don't say anything because today's children get panic attack. Yeah. Oh, somebody heard her? No. Okay. See, you have heard panic attack earlier. Good. Okay. See, I don't know. I don't know. Today I had a father who came, said, my son says it is stress here. I said, yes, it is stress here. And he says he can't study. I said, but then he has to cope up. No, we don't want to put our son into so much of stress. And then tomorrow when they go for work, that is tomorrow, no. Yeah, very common. That is tomorrow, no. Yes. And the next immediate question what he said was, sir, if we compel him to be here, and what if he does something wrong? We will lose our son. The difference is, yeah, the difference is, earlier, when we were children, we were afraid of our parents. Today, parents and teachers are afraid of children. That is the only difference. Since there are many people from Kerala, some people are not from Kerala. Last month, there was a school boy who was verbally abusing the headmistress like anything. Come out of the school, I will show you. Another teacher shot this on video on the mobile and put it in the social media. And that teacher was punished. That teacher was punished because the teacher should not have put it on the social media. Day before yesterday, the Commission of Police in Cochin had invited me and one more person to discuss about what can we do with the students. So then I said, sir, at least in the schools, please work it out that a teacher cannot check the bag of a student. And when I told this, I said, please put it to the top people such that, these things should be permitted. And then I said, yes, yeah. And then I said, it will be very nice if a police can go and check. And then the commissioner said, no, police cannot enter an education institution until and unless there is a law and order. With a permission only can go. And if a police officer has to go to the school, in the jeep they cannot go inside. In a uniform they cannot go because the student may get frightened. Now, what do we do? Okay, I've been talking about a lot of problems, but let me tell a few things. What we can do is, as said, 2 years they sat simply in their house, that they got into a habit of being comfortable with not doing anything. Now, what is that we are to do? Now, what I am doing here is, next 2 years, we don't allow them to sit there. We make them work fully for 2 years, and then that becomes the habit. Today, I'm feeling bad because there is a session from 6:30 to 8:30, since this is a residential college. Today, there is a session from 6:30 to 8:30, and they are in the class. But unfortunately, 4:30 to 6:30, there was a speaker who came from outside. And so from morning 8:30, they were sitting. His class was put, so I thought, okay, 6:30 to 8:30 is off. And after that, all of them came to the class and teachers started taking classes. Because they are used to it. Hello, it is only a habit. Now, what are we to do? Again, I ask this question. As teachers, today, Students do not want knowledge. Yeah. Earlier, we had to sit like this whenever teacher says, take it down, because teacher only had that V guide. That is a guide from where the teacher dictates the answer. Today, a student with this is much more knowledge than any of us. So let us accept the fact that knowledge is not at all required for them. Probably what we will have to do is train them how to use the knowledge, or application of knowledge, and make them search, make them think, make them discuss, make them very, very active. It may take some effort for us, and then they continue to do that. They have all the knowledge here. See, I'll tell you, when one of my friends gives me a book, and if that book is given to me for only 2 days, I'll read that book in 2 days and give. If that book is gifted to me, I'm sorry, in many cases I have not read it, because that book is with me. I can read it anytime. So, knowledge in the mobile is always there, but we will have to make them use it. Today, I talk to the parents. I take a lot of classes and I say, please make them work. I'll tell you why I say this. One day I went to a house of one of my students, and she was very, very sick, fever, down on the bed, and she was feeling very bad and very sad that in spite of her all sicknesses, she made coffee for her son. And he said, no, I don't want coffee, I want tea only. He left it there, went to the tea shop, and then drinking. Initially, I felt angry about that boy. But later on, I thought, it is not the problem with the boy, it is a problem with the mother. Because he has not been loaded with any work. I'm saying, even to the little ones, the parents, when I do parenting sessions, I say, make them, if they eat and something spills over on the table from the plate, make them put it back. These plates, take them, put it in the sink. Once in a week, collect everybody's plate and put it there. The balance one, treat them, help, educate them, or, train them to put it back in the fridge. Maybe once in a week, wash the plates. Maybe in rotation, the washing machine has washed all the clothes. Take it and put it on the clothesline. Or maybe fold it and keep it wherever it should be. Now, once they get into a pattern of this, they continue to do. I told it's residential. And we take the plate, maybe quick wash it, eat, after that wash it and put it back. Just like in seminaries of Christians. And it so happened that we all went for a marriage, and immediately we had the lunch. After that, when we got up, many of them took the plate also. Unknowingly, that has become a part of that. Oh, sorry, this is a man. Put it here. They'll wash. You don't wash. So I'm saying, create patterns is what we need to do. Create pattern in doing. Create pattern in thinking. Teachers, I heard it from somewhere. The teacher trainer was asked, what are you doing? He said, I'm training this dog to whistle. For the past 6 months, I've been training this dog to whistle. And the question was, did the dog whistle? That I don't know, I trained. Hello. Still, like, giving gyan, giving the knowledge is not required, then what do? Make them think. Make them think. Very recently, last week, I was with one of my old friend's daughter who was studying in school. She said, her dad told, Toma, please talk to her. Then I asked, what are your plans? I know you are going to tell me to take maths, right? I said, I don't know. I don't understand what you... No, dad always tells. Do you like maths? Not that I don't like maths, but when dad tells me to take maths, I will not take maths. So what should you take? And she told me, I want biochemistry. And what about the third one? Third one, I don't want maths, I want psychology. And then what are you going to? Where are you going to work? I want to, find out medicines, biochemistry. And then I said, are you in the research side or in the people side? No, research side. Then why do you require psychology? Psychology is for you to deal with people. You're not dealing with people. See, they have not thought about it. They have not thought about it. As teachers, what do we need to do? Is to make them think. How? Just by asking questions. Why? What? How? Where? When? All these questions, keep on asking them, like we say the Socrates way of questioning. And let them think and come. Let them think then and there itself. Please let your class be very active by putting for discussions, debate, everything. Just give it to them. Let them talk all the stupidity. After everything, after they finish all their jagadas and fights, then you can tell your conclusions, your points, the point to be focused, specialized, and all those things. Otherwise, if you say your points, they never think, they only listen. I'll ask a simple question. I'm so happy 60 people are here. Great. I'll ask question. Please type the answer. I'm sorry. The education system today, education system should be to make people think. But unfortunately, our education system is something which is limiting our thinking pattern. I'll ask a simple question. How is our question pattern? 5 plus 4 is equal to, kindly type someone. Unmute and type. Unmute us. 9. Very good. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Yes. Whoever types it is the same 9 only. Yes. 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 Enough. All 5 people have given the same answer 9. Question is, did you have to think to answer that? Y or N? No. No. Correct. No. You did not have to think. Now, how should the question be? I'll give you a simple example. Dash plus dash is equal to 9. Now give me the answers. Start. 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. Very good. Then 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. Then 1 plus 8 is equal to 9. 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. Okay. Very good. Bindu. 9 plus 0 is equal to 9. 0 plus 9 is equal to 9. Then, give me answer. Yeah, that is true. Bhagya, don't give me operands, give me answers. Dash plus dash is equal to 9. Though your cameras are off, you're all participating here. I'm feeling sad. Hello? More answers I need. 8.5 plus 0.5. Very good. Then somebody wrote subtraction. How is that? Right. Dash plus dash is equal to 9. 7.5 plus 1.5. Okay. Now no more in that. Next. Minus 1 plus 10 or 10 plus minus 1 is equal to 9. Now don't give me 11 plus minus again. Fine. Okay. Fine. Now my question is, yes. Okay. Fine, Dr. Deepika. 4.5 plus 4.5. The same patterns we need. Okay, fine. Now my question is, did you have to think for answering my question? Yes. That is the difference. That's different. Thank you. Now, what do we need to do with our students? Please don't tell this is the answer. Thank you all. Don't tell this is the thing. They listen. What we need to do is, we need to make them think to find out answers. Very recently, we had an audit here, and the audit asked all the teachers, now, what did the students study? The teachers gave the answer, all the 5 modules in the subject I taught. No, those 5 modules you taught, right? The entire syllabus, yes. Now, what did the students study? No, what I taught. No, that is what you taught. What did the students study? So finally they said, what we are asking is not what you taught, not what they studied, what you taught, but what was studied by himself or herself. You have taught everything. That a student need not study anything. The point is about the self-study part. Did the student do a self-study? Okay, I taught 3 module, 4th module, these areas I put it to them. Teaching methodology is stressed than learning outcomes. Very good. Now, when I did this for some of the schools and colleges, the immediate response was, Toma, you know something? In the syllabus, if I don't teach one part, immediately the student will go tell their home, and the mother will call the principal and say, the teacher has not taught this portion. I'm sorry to use that word. I'm sorry, teachers. Teachers run to school, to classes. You know why? Sorry to use that word. Why? You can give me the answer. Okay, typing is difficult. Because I have to cover the syllabus. And as somebody rightly said, the duty of a teacher is not to cover the syllabus, but to uncover the syllabus. We are all, that is another one. That is good. I want to finish the syllabus. I want to finish him. I want to finish her. I want to finish the syllabus. And the whole syllabus is finished. Finish. The entire syllabus need not be taught. Whether the kids learn or not is another part. But once we teach everything, there is nothing for them to learn. There should be some self-study part which can come out as presentation or anything. Yeah, our education system examination, it is examination oriented. Exactly, good. Now, unfortunately, only what we teach the student knows. Once they get into a job, I don't think any students are here, right? It is said, I'm happy I'm doing online, so you cannot hit me from there. Only 3% of what we are taught in the school and colleges, we are using in our life. Maximum is 3%. Probably that percent is for our teachers, because we have to teach. Mm. So now the question here comes on the self-study. Once they get into a job, nobody is there to teach them. They have to do by themselves, they have to study by themselves. And we need to educate them from the downward. I am so happy because two of my students, I encourage them a lot to do business. So two of my students took 3 schools. They wanted me also to be a part of it, so I also joined. So we have taken 3 schools, and one school is Cambridge. There, this teaching is not this way. It is project based. There, a student is able to do. Now, I'm sure all of you know the Bloom's taxonomy, right? What is the bottommost? That I learned in B.Ed. After that, I didn't touch. Hello? The bottommost in triangle of Bloom's taxonomy. Remember, very good. Remember, knowledge. Just above that is understand. Above that is apply. This remember, remember, understand, apply, evaluate, and create. No, there's one more. Analyze.
And even skill is there, sir.
But that is a link. Now, leave out that, at least this part. See, I'll tell you, somebody was talking about the exam pattern. The entire questions are from the remember part, not even understand. I hope there are no engineers here. I hope there are no. I had to study a subject by name DSP. Somebody knows what DSP is? Yes, that's right. Yes, Deepika, you're right. My question, anybody knows what DSP is in engineering? Okay. Our teacher told us, yeah. Oh, great. Oh, there are other engineers also. Very good. And for students, for many of them, DSP is not digital signal processing. It is degree stopping paper. Very difficult to pass it. And I'll tell you, 99.9% of the students do not know what that subject is. And they have passed the exam. Leave out students do not know, even the teacher who teaches does not know what it is. And, sir, can somebody tell me, in teaching methodology, what is the least effective teaching methodology? Least effectively, the whole world says so. Please type it. Excellent, 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 excellent. I'm sure I'm safe. Okay. Right. All say same. Yes, exactly. I'm safe sitting here doing it online. And now let me tell you this: what the student knows it is least effective, the teacher knows it is least effective. Everybody knows it is least effective. And students hate lecturing. And most of the around 90% plus teachers use teaching methodology as lecturing 90% plus. And they wonder why students are not interested in my class. I am preparing so much and I am delivering. Nobody wants to study. Just imagine one curry you don't like, bitter gourd. You don't like bitter gourd. Now your mother cooks bitter gourd in the morning, afternoon, lunch, evening, dinner, and gives again remedial lecture. That is another one. For lecture itself they can. Now again remedial lecture comes. Okay, good. So nobody knows what it is. I remember, okay. There was a small boy. I have a friend of mine. His name is Professor Mohan Das, who was the principal of his school. He was an English person. So one day his neighbor, one lady, brought a son who was studying in the KG section, and told, "Sir, she is saying something. I don't understand what it is. Can you listen to it?" And the professor said, "Please repeat." And that little girl said, "Venkatappa Venkatan, Venkatappan Venkatan." Repeat. Venkatappa Venkatan, Venkatappan Venkatan. Professor asked, "What is this?" "This is a poem." "Oh, which language?" "English." Shock of his life. He has taught everything in English. Don't know what the little kid says, So the professor said, "Don't worry. Next day I'm going to the school. I'll find out." And next day when he went to the school, he forgot. And then he heard all the kids shouting out, "Venkatappa Venkatan, Venkatappa Venkatan." And he moved close to the classroom, and then he listened. And the teacher was telling, 1 foot up and 1 foot down, that's the way to London town. And students all repeated, "Venkatappa Venkatan, Venkatappa Venkatan." No students know what it is. So if you take the Bloom's taxonomy, the ordinary, the old one itself, remember, understand, okay, 1 foot up and 1 foot down, that's the way to London. Now apply. Let me put 1 foot up, 1 foot down, 1 foot up, 1 foot down. Am I moving closer to the... And then analyze. What if I put 2 foot up and 2 foot down? And then evaluate that. Oh, then create. Okay, it is like this. Oh, good. There, There, the student thinks, work out, we call it the kinesthetic, then they understand what is being taught. Now, first and foremost part to tell all the teachers is that we need not teach them anything. That is something which is very controversial, what I'm talking. There are 65 people. I do not know how many of you will log out. I finished this. Today, what is the speculation says, gap in engineering education. Sir, not only in engineering, sir, everywhere, sir. If you studied BCom, if your father studied BCom, if your grandfather studied BCom, 85% of the syllabus is same for everybody. Even the problems, numbers also the same, sir. So I'll keep it off. Now, I'll tell you. What is predicted as in 10 years from now, 50% of the jobs which are existing in the market now will not be there. And if at all it is there, that will be conventional. But that's a sad news. The happy news is there are 10 times new jobs which are going to come into the market, which are not existing, which is the real excitement. Unfortunately, the entire teacher sitting here, we do not know what is going to happen, what is going to come. Leave out students, they do not know. Yeah. Students do not know, the teachers do not know, the colleges, the schools do not know. Nobody in this world knows what is going to happen after 10 years, and new things are going to happen, opportunities going to happen. Now, please understand, you and me are teaching our students to something after 10 years, which we do not know. So, almost 100% what we teach is going to be obsolete. Now, that is where we said, we will teach them to learn, or rather learn by themselves, so that anything coming new, they will be able to learn it without support of anyone. This is one. Now, second part, just because of what I told right now, we all have a complaint, students do not know what they want in life. They have no goals. Let me tell you, yeah, AI has killed the creativity. I'll come back to that. Okay, now I'll answer that. AI, remind me if I forget again. Before that, let me finish what I was telling. What is that I was telling? Somebody unmute and give me a clue. Hello, I'm a person trainer in memory techniques.
No goals. Students have no goals.
Thank you, Vinci. Oh God, so many people listening to Vinci. Okay. Now, go with the camera off. Switch on the camera, I can see you there. Beautiful faces. Okay. So, students do not have goals. Now, honestly tell, how many of us had a goal that this is what we are going to do in our life when we were students? Even we didn't have goals. Today, students do not want to study. Sorry, when we were students, we also didn't want to study. Tell me how many days you prayed before the day of exam. Oh God, let any previous prime minister die so that the exam will be postponed. I have done it. And I'm sure all the grey haired like me would have done it. Students, yeah, we didn't have goals, but we had desire to do whatever comes on our way. They also have desires. But those desires are different desires from ours. Okay. Okay. So, the part is, what goal do we tell them? You become an engineer, you become a scientist, you become that. Yeah. Now, we do not know what is going to happen tomorrow. We train them to be this, and that may not be there. So, a small correction here. Let us train our students to enjoy what they are learning and they are doing. And that process to be continuously done so that whatever they have to do, they'll do happily. In my opinion, at least half of the students have an idea of future. We have to ignite them, set it. That's the way of how students say set it. Agree. See, I tell you, our students are much more intelligent than us. They have everything. I do not know how many of us know about Amazon, like not the Amazon forest, or you talk about anything, they have things to speak. They have, now we complain, they don't have concentration, they don't have focus. Hello, who told? Who told? When they are playing with the PUBG, even if the world falls down, Their concentration is so high. They say attention span short. Who said? Days they can sit and play on this. With high attention span, high concentration. Now what are we to do? I'll give you a small study which was done by Microsoft. Let's say what we show on PPT, 15% attention and less than 10% is the retention. So whatever is taught, like a teacher comes to the class and PPT is shown, attention is only 15%, no less than that. And what the retention is less than 10%. But for a Hollywood or a Bollywood movie, the attention is more than 65% and the retention is more than 50%. So now what changes do we bring in? 8:30 I have a session. I have a session till 8:30. Sorry, some students. Yeah. Now this is something else which I want to tell you, is something which you can try is. And now they say, let our classes be like storytelling. Students love to listen to that. We need to teach them to learn what is given to them or whatever they have to learn. Similarly, goal we cannot set. Let them enjoy. I'll put it like this. The result and the process I'll use. For a person who is driving, say, I have to reach this place by this time. So he drives, and finally reaches there. Wow. The happiness is at the end. And for a person who enjoys driving, he enjoys the driving and finally he reaches there. This is exactly what we need to train our students on. Otherwise, the students, they get easily bored. I remember my father, when he goes to Coimbatore, he will go to that Annapurna hotel, he goes to that corner table, the bearer will come, he will buy that item and eat. Till his death, every time he went there, he went to the same hotel, the same item, the same table he used to eat. Today, take your children and go. They'll say, Amma, that hotel last time I went. There's a new hotel which has come. By any chance, if you have to go to the same hotel, they'll say, no, not this item. This item I tried last time. Give me a new item. So much information is a big problem. So much of information is a big problem. Sorry, for us, the teachers, because they are more knowledge. Yeah, so much I got. See, the concept of a teacher earlier was the pot of knowledge used to pour and the students used to drink. Today that is not required. They don't want it. Now, about the futuristic, we cannot predict anything about the future. We cannot say what is going to come, what is not going to come, Now today everybody says AI. Yeah, I saw that in Sweden they restricted smart classes. And see, the AI will not last for more than 2 years. It will change. And somebody told something about the AI has killed the creativity. I listened to a sentence which was told by someone. He said, AI is not going to replace people, but people with knowledge of AI is going to replace people without knowledge of AI. AI is not going to move, replace people. But people with knowledge in AI is going to replace. See, AI says the wheel need not be reinvented. Oh, yeah. I get a mail. Probably there is no water in the tap. Probably that. 3 big paragraphs. Hope you are doing good, and see if good mind and good health is required always for a student to study. And I am sure you are doing so much good for so many things. And finally, I'll have to search for what is the content. There is no water there, or the Wi-Fi is not working. Just one line is enough. I told them, please don't send. Now they are smart. They go for writing letter again with AI, saying like short format. Today, as William Wordsworth said, child is the father of man. They are much more knowledge than us. They know each and everything about everything. I'm sure as parents, what is the some issue? Not getting it, what do? You give it a small kid and say, Kanna, I'm not able to resolve it. Amma, acha, it's only this much. Ne? Make them think, make them do, make them active, make them work. Child is the father of all. Make them visualize, make them solve, make them create, make them do. I'll just pause for some time. I want you general statements by kid. Aapko, yeah, definitely. See, somebody was telling, when I was a kid, I was small. My father was the throne of wisdom. And to me, if my father didn't know something, there are many sources of knowledge, but yeah. To me, he says, when I was small, if my father didn't know something, it means nobody in this world knows. And then later, he says, when I got a son, one day, as I entered the kitchen, I heard my son talking to my wife and said, Ma, even Appa knows it. See the difference? There it was, everything is known by Appa, my dad. Today, even dad knows it. And then he said, now I went to US to my son's place. My grandson came one day and asked me something. And I said, please ask your dad. He said, my dad, he does not know anything. Generation gap. Let us accept the fact. They are much more knowledge. They are much more creative. They are much more creative. And I don't know, it is right to tell. When we go with the Bloom's taxonomy lowest part, it is our education system which kills creativity. Because we are taught not to think. Yes. Gen Z are creative in ways they should not be. They should not be is according to us. That's the difference. According to them, they are creative. See, I'll tell you. What is the difference between smart and over smart? To what level I am, when somebody performs, it is smart. If somebody is more smarter than me, I say he is over smart. I felt good when Narayana Murthy once said, the success of Infosys is that I am surrounded by people who are smarter than me. That is why the organization. Let it be surrounded by people who are smarter than me. Unfortunately for us, we are the smartest. We are really smart. No, kids are smart. I'll give you one example. One day a student came to me and asked me, Toma, if I do this wrong, what is the punishment? I said, you know it. The punishment is 1 week suspension. I said, sure, no? I said, yeah, it is told. Everybody knows it. No, it is there in the handbook. If you do that mistake, you get 1 week suspension. Sure, no? I said, yes. Why? Ma, I tell you, there is a function in my family. The exams are coming here, internal exam. If I apply, I will not get a leave. I am going to do this mistake. And then I will get 1 week suspension. I will be at my home. I got stunned. What is this fellow saying? Give me suspension. I want to go home. And he said, no, why I came and told you is, tomorrow you should not feel happy, like, so kind on me and say, poor fellow, don't suspend him. Please don't do that. I deserve suspension, so I am doing it. Hello, now tell, who is smarter? We feel given one suspension, God, that is the end of the life. Today, what's that movie very recently it came? A college going student, engineering college dropout, and after he worked, he went and Tamil. Somebody type out. Reng. Dragon. Very good. Dragon. Best lines were here. Rules are made to be broken. So it is just like, my college does not have a gate. It does not have security. We don't have watchmen. They're all expensive. We are poor. And earlier, our library didn't have a librarian. The books are kept there. Go take the book, whatever you want. Thomas, stop. Students will steal the book. I said, stupidity. What they hate most in their life is the book they have to study. How do you expect them to steal it? They may steal something which they love, which they like. And they said, somebody told me, no, you need to have a. Then I told, those days, 15 years back, I said, students will steal and go, at least they'll go through away. Then I had 300 students. I said, out of 300, imagine 100 students steal one book. So totally how many books lost in a year? 100 books. Nobody typed. Suppose average cost of a book is 400. In a year, how much do I lose? Now at least this time. Some maths teachers are. Take calculator. 400 into 100. Good. 40,000. And I said, instead, if I have to put a librarian, those days starting time, minimum salary I have to pay is 20,000 rupees. For a year, I spend 2,40,000. So if 100 students of mine steal one book, what they bring me a profit is 2 lakhs rupees, not loss of 40,000. The moment we put bars, they want to break. You open it and put, what are they to break? I deviated. I was saying something, then only I read this line. Can somebody help me what I was talking? Before the library, the gate, I was talking about something. Please. Nobody. You're also memory technique teachers. Don't remember anything. So Prashul Shekhar sir, at least, yeah. If you direct them, they don't listen. No, that was not that. What I was talking about. So I was talking about the movie called Dragon. So today's girls likes boys who get suspension, who are sent out of the college, who create problems. We used to use the safe way. They want to do the adventurous way. So what I'm saying is, see, I'll conclude in another 2-3 minutes time, and then I'll wait for your questions. When we were small, when we didn't take medicine, what did our parents do? Hello? Oi. Somebody unmute and say, Khane, I'm very poor in Hindi. Khane. Somebody can translate it. Mix it with some juice. Compulsorily given. Hello? Gone are those days. Yeah. Gone are those days. Compulsorily given. Even today, to a small newborn baby also, you put their mouth, they say, you can't force them to do anything. You can't force them to do anything. What do? We, like, suppose a student, like a kid is not eating spinach and you want to make them eat spinach. They eat only chicken. Now tell me, what do you do? Palak chicken, yes. Spinach chicken stew, blend with new recipe. I remember when I was small, when I didn't eat, yeah, something like this, correct. When I didn't eat tablet, my mother used to put it inside a plant and a banana and give me. And then asked, did you eat the banana? Yes, I ate the banana. Only the seed, I spit it out. The banana I ate. Now, hello, we are destined to teach. We are destined to teach. And what do? If the student do not like something, then give it in a format which students like. As said, paneer palak or palak chicken or all those things, palak and all those things. We make different curry according to their taste and give so that the kid eat. Similarly, when we are to teach, we need to modify ourselves to suit what they like. What they like. With that, I pause. I'll do the closing formality in the end. Over to you for questions. Any questions? I know I go a little wide, mad. Unmute and ask or type questions. In an online platform, with except one, all the cameras kept off. This is the first time I'm getting this much feedbacks and questions and acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening, dear.
Yeah. In your views, like these days, everyone is running behind AI and Chat GPT, and we have already faced those consequences. Like the recent Economics Time talked about that research paper, which is a chain of mistakes has been done by people. So, though we are running behind AI, having many developments in research, teaching, and data analysis, everything in place. But don't you think like it has a bad impact in very few days? Like I don't think it will go more than a year or two. Things will be messed up. So can you put some your experienced uh, remarks on this?
Sir, my mother, we grow coconuts. When coconuts were sold, I used to take the calculator and calculate. By then, she would take in the mind and say, this is the amount. By the time I enter, and I don't know from where she is till. Today, even addition, people use this. I'm sorry, it is inevitable. You go to a shop, the list is there on the side, and the person used to touch the thumb like this, and dot it out. Now the machines add it up. I'm sorry, most of us do not know the phone number of somebody very close to us who's joined in our life less than 10 years. Earlier, when we used to dial, we knew every number. I'm saying this is inevitable. This is inevitable. AI will move off. True. Something much bigger will come. That is all. What we ate, what we did, how we worked, our students are too much intelligent. Somebody hardworking, created a time-based an alarm clock. Somebody else, a smart one who is lazy, found out a snooze button also. So now we cannot think about going back. I'm sorry. Like COVID, before COVID, after COVID. It is different. We cannot think about it going. The technology will keep on advancing only. And nothing less than that, sir. The only thing is, say, when you were a student, never you used WhatsApp. Now, without WhatsApp, you cannot live. Now, earlier it was Orkut. When it became Facebook, now it is Insta. Later something else will come, but it will remain the same. It will be there. We can't forgo without it. Next. I'll also talk about the Chat GPT part. I've designed a program, one day event. one day, an event for one day, from morning 8:30 to night 8:30 on how to increase your admissions. So I said, like, he's a commerce background person, Ashwin, not at all an engineer. I told him, "Da, you use ChatGPT now, create a website." And he created a one-page website. Less than 5 minutes when I gave the Word document. Beautifully designed, everything. What is the cost? What is everything? So, as said earlier, we need not be reinvented, but let us go further with that. Next. Though COVID has taught to adjust in new normal life, but the new normal has impacted badly. Sir, it is badly for us. It is badly for us. For them, that's a new change. Next. Are you against any kind of punishment, sir? Again, it is inevitable. So, see, I'm sure all of us got punished when we were young. And we still survived, no issue. And we have a feeling that whatever we got is the right part. So, we want everything to be the way which we underwent. Now there is one of my friend, my classmate, he was in Ireland then. He called one day and told, Tomo, I asked what happened. He's a short-tempered guy. He gets angry. He smashes on his wife and all. He said, my son, the younger one, the Freddy, did something. And when I took my hand to beat him, he said, Dad, if you touch me, you're going to go behind bars. He asked me, Tomo, what do I do? Amazing. Settle down. Don't do anything. 2 months later, he said, I'm coming. He's my good friend. So whenever he comes to Cochin airport, I give my car and I give him a SIM, in an Indian SIM for him to use. So I went in a place called Angamali. He came there and he was so happy. I asked what happened. After 2 months, when I got him down in Cochin, I smashed him. I slapped him. I was holding it for 2 months. Sorry, it is punishment. It is punishable. Very recently, there is a judgment which is said by the High Court that you can have a cane in the back, not to beat. Then why cane? To become afraid? Kids are not afraid of canes. Today's kids, please understand, they want their father to be a friend. They want their mother to be a friend. They want their teacher to be a friend. They want their principal to be a friend. And if you want acceptance, and if, see, one more thing, let me tell you, every student called me by my pet name Toma. No sir and everything. I'll tell you why. Today's kids, they do not obey what the teacher says. They do not obey what the principal says. They do not obey what the teacher says. The parent says. They listen to only whom type. They listen to whom? They don't listen to father. They only listen to friends. And good. If you expect bestie, Kannapi, rider Kannapi, I killer Varsha, okay, now let me keep off besties. They listen to only the friends. Now, if you want your students to listen to what you say, then you should be one of the best friends for them. Any more questions? Your feedbacks before you log out, key in something. 5, 4, 3, 2. Give some opinion. Oh, thank you, thank you. 2, 1. Oh, great. All are hungry, right? Thank you. Thank you all. God bless you. My email, I'll type it. thomas@lead.ac.in, and my phone number also I'll type. Please do not call on that number. No, that number is live. I'll call back whoever calls me, but please type WhatsApp so I'll reply at my leisure time. Every day I write before I go to sleep. I'll do that. So thank you all. God bless you. Let your students start loving you. That's all.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words on education for a changing workforce. As you quoted earlier, the beauty of a teacher is not to cover the syllabus, but to unwind the syllabus is literally significant. The session was indeed a great one. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Also, I request participants to fill in the feedback link which is shared on chat box.
Bye and good night.
Uh, I request the participants to on the cameras for taking the picture for documentation.
Yeah. That's good. At least now I can see people. The beautiful faces who are covering them. Ah. Oh. Today's kids also. They pose only for photograph. But one difference. When we take photograph, we smile. Even a smiling face, when the photograph comes, they become serious. Some more photographs, some more faces. Yeah. Photo click. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Including me, 10 cameras are on.
I request participants to kindly on their cameras for taking picture for documentation.
Rudra ma'am, please switch on your camera. That is also required for photograph. Camera clicked.
Okay, let's proceed. Okay, let's proceed further.
Actually, there is also a session for vote of thanks. Please let me do the duty.
Now I welcome. Now I welcome Dr. Sri Lakshmi K, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, St. Aloysius College, Altar, for the vote of thanks.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So, I would like to take this opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks. First and my sincere gratitude to our resource person, Dr. Thomas George, Director of Leeds Institute, for his beautiful, active, and insightful speech. How he insisted on self-study, how to make students, how the question paper should be framed, and to uncover the syllabus, how technology is inevitable, all those points. Those are valuable, sir. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Then I thank Professor Chaku Jospi, our principal, for his welcome speech. My appreciation to the organizing team for their effort and hard work, which made this program a dream come true. Thank you, Dr. Lipson sir and Dr. Sindhujika. Now, to all the participants, thank you for your active engagement and enthusiasm in providing answers, especially asking questions, typing every time he asked a question. This session was such lovely and enjoyable compared to most of other sessions. I'm not telling other sessions are not enjoyable, but this was very much lively. Okay, sir. So thank you once again, and good night to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.